Shout out to the motherfuckers wrong agenda. You know what I'm saying? Because if it ain't the right agenda, it's the wrong agenda. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we be on. They say it'd be bullshit, but we just on the wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like
You're now listening to the Wrong Agenda Podcast. The Wrong Agenda Podcast with Just Dale.
Yo, this your boy OG Lee.
Brought to you by Valiant World Media Group. This is the Wrong Agenda Podcast.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Wrong Agenda Podcast. I'm your host, Just Dale. I got my co-host with me, OG Lee. What's good?
What's good?
And today we here with some legendary Queens royalty in the building. Lexx 9/11, what's good, boy?
what's poppin'? What's good? What's good?
Ain't shit, man. Chilling. How you?
Blessed.
That's what's up. That's what's
good
up.
to hear. That's what it is, man.
Right.
Yeah, man. That's shit, man. I'm glad you was able to take the time out and get on here with us tonight.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Somebody definitely being from Queens, definitely wanted to have you on here.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
like what the fuck? Like what took so long? You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
Man.
We had to get our shit up, man.
Yeah, we had to get out. You know what I mean? We had to get this work done real quick, and then we was like, let's holler at him. Let's get him on. We ready now. We feel like we good now.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's long overdue, but
yeah,
we here now.
It's on time. We here.
Word.
All right, so we're gonna talk about we're gonna just start off for the people who don't know. Lexx 9/11, legend in Queens rap, of course. We're gonna start with what's the name? Lexx 9/11, where that came from.
Well, long story short, you know what I'm saying? I kind of got like stuck with the name Lexx. You know what I'm saying? Because my music took off before I decided to take it serious. So, just making demos in the crib, like off of radio and the tape recorder. You know what I'm saying? My name used to be Lex Ruger. Because Ruger was the type of gun that I had back then. This is like when I was like 17 or some shit like that. And then once my music hit LA and people knew who I was, I go out to everybody, Lex this, Lex that, Lex this, Lex that. So, as much as I wanted to change the name, I just felt it was going to be super corny if I would have came back on my next trip like, nah, that ain't my name no more. Call me this. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
So Lex stuck with me, and I just dropped the other shit. And, me and my cousin, we was in a group, Lex and 30 and shit. And when we was recording our mixtape and all that, it's just like certain bars that I had. My OG used to be like, yo, he got that anthrax. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? And I had said something slick about like ground zero, some shit like that. And then one day we was in the booth just talking about AKAs, and it was like Lex, AKA 9/11. And everybody in the studio was like, oh, that shit hard. You know what I'm saying? But before I adopted it to make sense, to me, I adopted it for the fact that I felt like 9/11 represented where I was from. And it represents New York City. It's like I can be anywhere. I can be in Africa. I can be in the UK. And they hear the name 9/11, 9 times out of 10, they're going to think of New York. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
And no shade on any other state or anywhere else that, was affected by the actual date. But it was just like New York. Like when you think of that, you think of the towers. You think of the town. That's how I feel.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's so, and all the bullshit that I was going through in life at the time, I just felt like, just like how my city stood up through that. It's like this is how I'm standing up. So, it's just symbolic of the strength of and where I'm from.
That's what's up. That's deep right there.
Yeah.
That's real shit. Real shit. You just touched on it a little bit about the whole LA movement and everything. How did that come about, being from Queens, for you to just start buzzing like that on a whole nother coast?
I mean, before the buzz came, I had to put in the work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
most definitely.
It was like 1 or 2 songs that reached out there. My brother Face, you know what I'm saying? He passed the tape on to somebody that used to be like like our manager and label, Big Real. And, you know, one day he called me like, yo, son, I love your voice, yo. You got the bars, woo, woo. Let's do this shit. So, you know, long story short, I went out there and, you know, recorded a whole lot of music. And it was like I was in great circles. You know what I'm saying? Like Onyx, Naughty by Nature, the Outlaws, you know what I'm saying? Aftermath, like a whole bunch of motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? I was in good circles and shit. So it was just like, as I was working on my music and my music was building, and as I was building and with the music, it was just like many people was recognizing me for the little that I had accomplished already. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I was just like, yo, if I brought this shit back to New York and really put in the work, I can only imagine how people would react that actually know me. You know what I'm saying? So we recorded everything. Everything was out there. We took it from there and brought it back to the town. And then that's when y'all actually seen it like start taking off. Because at first it was just like hearing about what we was doing. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Queens wasn't really seeing it. They just kept hearing like, these niggas always down in LA. These niggas always down in LA. We bringing back songs. We bringing back this music with people that niggas used to only hear about and see on TV. Niggas like, yo, like what's going on?
Right,
so
right.
It just made sense to, you know, put it in that same footwork back at home.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, so that's how that happened.
So
Town definitely embraced you.
Definitely. Definitely. So what are some of the things that inspired you? You know what I mean? Like, what was your motivation?
Back then with music?
Yeah.
Shit, to be honest, I think what mostly inspired me, like I grew up on music. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, when I was young, I was running around the house thinking I was Prince, thinking I was Michael Jackson. I'm playing the guitar, I'm rapping, I got leather jackets on. You know what I'm saying? Run DMC. I thought I was Bobby Brown. You know what I'm saying?
We all can relate to that.
You get what I'm saying? So when I was young, like I just always was like, I love music. You know what I'm saying? But I think when I fell in love with Reasonable Doubt, Illmatic, CNN, War Report, Doggy Style.
He got some heavy hitters.
You know, yeah, you got to think, like I was probably like in 6th grade when all this shit was coming out. So it was just like, it was real influential on me. You know what I'm saying? So, but I think when I started writing and I started learning and saying, you know what, I really want to take this serious and start rapping and see what I can do with this. I think it was, my motivation came when my father died. Cause I kind of lost love for basketball. And it was like, that was like the only thing else that I had. Me and my pops, you know, everybody that knows knew how close I was with him. And something that we shared was basketball and it was music.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I think his love for music at that point, it made me feel like I had to make something of that. He's seen enough of me with basketball, you know what I'm saying? Because he died when I was 19, and that was around the time when I really started rapping and shit like that. So I just felt like, you know, his love for music kind of trickled down on me, and it was just, I don't know, I just felt like I started it, he seen me start it, and I felt like, all right, I got to finish it. I got to do something more with it. You know what I mean? So I think, I think that's kind of, at that time when I was 19, I think that motivated me to continue to do that. Because I remember that very next weekend after my pops passed, we was in there. It was me, 30, it was Mars, and niggas like, yo, we got to do this for Big Rock. So I was just like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, because I was still kind of shy around him. In the park, niggas be in their little ciphers, my pops would jump in that shit and start rapping and all that. Then they be looking at me like, okay, I'll be like,
where you at? Like, who's
yeah, you know, I'm like, nah, I'm good. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Yeah, so back then, definitely. But, you know, what been my motivation through the years is just like my belief in knowing that I can make something others. I know I can make something not only for myself, but for my niggas around me and everybody else. You get what I'm saying? I feel like it can have a good impact and influence on others. You know what I'm saying? Real story. You know, my struggle and me never being complacent and just always wanting to go somewhere else in life. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And this being my passion, where I feel like I can, can drive and take me there. So that's really been my motivation. Yeah, it's like, nah, I'm gonna do this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Speaking to that and the people around you and things like that, the whole repping the ATM, the crew, the team, all of that, they,
right.
As a group, it just always seemed really tight, really supportive. How important is that to you to have a real team?
I mean, that's a part of anybody's success story, just having a good team. You know what I'm saying? And it's a difference between having a good team and then just having a bunch of friends, having a group of friends. You know what I'm saying? So I think on all levels of success, someone has a story about the team of people that help get them there, help get each other there. You know what I'm saying? And back in those years, when it was time to actually really get into the streets and start doing these shows and all that, I think that played a major part in the buzz and everything that did pick up for us. Not only just the music, but it was the presence.
Right.
It was the influence. Driving down Springfield and all you see is 100 ATM shirt.
Facts.
Yeah. And then seeing a whole lot, the rest of the borough kind of use that blueprint. Everybody got their team on a shirt now. And when you go to shows, it's like everybody's 30 deep. They got their T-shirts, they got their hoodies on and all that. Like, we know where that kind of like came from. Or who at least made it cool. You know what I'm saying? So having a strong knit team, working team, and niggas that believe in you and just like with that move is very important. And like to this day, like it shows in my career and what I'm doing now, how important that is to have the right ones around you.
Right. Most definitely. So shout out to the whole team.
Right. Facts. Yo, if you could pick one artist in the game right now to collab with, who would it be? It could be a young cat, it could be an old cat. Just one artist in the game right now.
I like a lot of artists right now, to be honest. I mean, but that's a different answer. Right now, artists to work with right now, get in the studio and get something done. I never even really thought of that.
See, I'm coming with the questions here. I'm coming with the hard ones.
I mean, because as an artist, as a rapper, you always have those few that like, this record, I can hear this person on it, I can hear that one, I can hear this. But if I had to choose one right now, I'm like, all right, we're gonna do this song and we're gonna go. It's hard because it's like, am I thinking it personal for like my personal favorite? This is what I want to do. Am I thinking business wise?
Like what's the vibe gonna be? What kind of track is gonna be?
Let me get Chris Brown on this bitch because I know it's gonna sell some records. You know what I'm saying? But it's like that wouldn't be my first.
But personally, you would, exactly. You want to get on somebody that's gonna rap. I mean, all right. So you could give us one for the radio and one for the regular.
Bro, it's too hard. I like a lot of artists, bro. I like a lot of artists.
We roll that question into, I guess, who you listening to? Like, who do you listen to if you listen to any artist right now?
That's probably even a longer list, but I would say right now, a record right now, I can see me fucking with Roddy Ricch. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I can fuck with him. The homie on something. I would fuck with I definitely would fuck with Baby on something, Lil Baby.
Okay.
Yeah, he rocking right now.
Lil Baby definitely rocking.
He doing his thing.
I like Young Thug too, to be honest. Like, I like how no matter the production or the feature that he's on, he brings his element, but he still captures what the other artist is trying to bring to the table. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I heard something that he did with Swiss Beats, and I was just like, yo, that shit hard as fuck. Like, it's a beat that you would have heard Jada or whoever like on, but the nigga went in on it. But he didn't go away from who he was. He was like, nigga, this is how I'm gonna get busy on it. But he still brought that element, that vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like good music. You know what I'm saying? It's easy for me to pick a nigga like, yo, I fuck with Jada. You know what I mean? Dave East or something like that. It's easy to pick other rappers, because I've been doing that my whole career. Like some of the niggas I rap with, I think is better than a lot of the rappers that we hear now. They just haven't got that, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you think about niggas like Vic, when you think about niggas like Ox, you think of niggas like Rap, like, these niggas is like just as good and better than a lot of these
niggas
right now.
That's out right now. That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? So for me to be like, oh yeah, I love to be in the studio with Dave East, it's like,
I know niggas.
Like homie doing his thing, and I mention his name because I like him, but it's just like, you know, yo Vic, what's up? Let's knock this joint in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
I feel
like
you on that.
Rapper, you know what I'm saying? So
I feel you on that.
A rapper, it would have to be somebody that I've been listening to for years. That I would probably choose a Jada or something, because it's like now personal favorites. It's like all them years I sat back and got inspiration from these. You know what I'm saying? Like
it's more personal.
Yeah.
Because like once this music start rolling and start getting back out there, and then just like, you know, getting acclimated with the new generation and everything like that, that's gonna be easy. Like, yeah, hell yeah, homie, let's do this.
All day,
you know
all day, features all day,
Yeah, it's all day. Like, I work with all these little niggas out there. I like all of them. All these New York, all these Brooklyn little niggas that's out here that's going crazy. I love it. It remind me of us when we was young. You know what I'm saying? Just out there, and just niggas just was acting like they couldn't understand why we was acting the way we was acting, because we was young and we ain't give a fuck.
We ain't give a fuck about nothing.
And we was leading the wave of the sound and what was going on. So hell yeah, I love that shit. A lot of these old niggas, they be hating. They be like, nah, niggas ain't saying nothing. Well, I get the niggas told we wasn't saying nothing either.
That's a fact.
Oh well, shit sound good, make a nigga want to move, make a nigga want to do something. Like, that's it.
Exactly.
You don't
it's
like
hitting,
something,
it's hitting.
Make something that make me want to do something then.
Yeah, that's a fact.
So, but I listen to a while. Like, I promise you, like, niggas will go through my playlist and they be like, yo, how you know about like a lot of niggas that's hot right now? When I was locked up, niggas would call, like, niggas would hear from me, niggas be like, yo, who you listening to? And I start naming these niggas and they be like, nah. Now these are the biggest artists that's in the game right now.
Because you know it's different when you doing music. Your ear for it is different. You know what I mean? Right. You hear the potential more so than anything. So you know, like, he could go, or you be like, nah, he can't go, So it's listening from a musician's ear is different than just everybody else's ear. So I definitely respect that.
Right.
All right, so yeah, man, you did some time, man, and things like that. Glad to see you out, looking healthy. I mean, and you right back on it.
Back on it.
Right.
PTSD, the video and everything, shit was fire.
Queens. The hustle in me gotta eat, so I just gotta get mine. Still the hottest where I'm from, and I ain't gotta get high. Swear I'm about to break the bank, not just trying to get by. Niggas still nickel and diamond, still trying to get fly. Thought about how I was moving, and I had to get wise. Show up to my show, creep and get you shot in the line. Any funny story about me, then it probably was lies. Half the niggas y'all look up to really not on my time. Trying to play both sides to get you caught in that.
How soon after coming home did you get back to the studio and just start working?
It was a while. Like when I was locked up, I was fiending. I couldn't wait to get back in the studio. But it's like, as soon as I got back down, it was like, to be honest, it was like one of the last things on my mind.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because mind you, like, when I left, my daughter was 2 years old. I come back, she's now 10. My son, he was 11 years old. He's now 19. You know what I'm saying? And just being excited and being in a new city at that. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like, I'm just trying to get in where I fit in with the time. And I was restricted. I came home to the halfway house. I didn't come home. I was in a halfway house. Staying at a halfway house. I'm being let out by permission for a couple hours to do this and to do that. And then, you know what I'm saying? So it was different. That even when I was released out of the halfway house, I had an ankle monitor on, so I couldn't really move around. I couldn't do too much. But then me being confined in my own crib, I was just like, man, like, I'm itching. I want to get in there. But the counselors wasn't, granting me permission to get to the studios. They wouldn't let me go. You know what I'm saying? So
that's crazy.
Yeah. So like when I touched down last April, 2019, I couldn't get into a studio until after November.
That's when your house arrest. Would you have the ankle monitor was up?
Ankle monitor came off. Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? In between that time, one time I had one of my homies, shout out to Bonkers, he came through and he recorded me. We recorded 3 songs. You know what I'm saying? It was just more or less like nigga, it's been 7 years. So let's just, you know what I'm saying? Like,
just fill it out and see what it is.
Yeah, you know, I wasn't trying to go crazy. I wasn't trying to go for the fence. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shit. Each song is making this project. You know what I'm saying? And actually one of them that I sampled that, you know, people probably seen me post on the page, you know, in the past couple of weeks, the joint I got called I.
You seen I just seen you post, you got a video coming for that.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I've been sitting on it and probably shooting another video this weekend. But I'm working on a few things. You get what I'm saying? So, but I'll probably put that video and single out on all platforms and stuff this coming week.
Okay.
You know, it's just that, you know, I've been doing it for a while, so it's easy to just make a song, you know, pay somebody $50, $100, get some artwork done, put it out. Mm-hmm. That's easy. You know what I'm saying? But it got to make sense. And I'm not saying I got the perfect formula. I know exactly how to make it work, but I've done it quite enough to know that you can't just do this. You can't just do that. You know what I'm saying? So I know a handful of people like, yo, drop something. We need it. But I ain't dropped nothing in 7 years. So it's like the need really ain't there.
Right.
You know,
you got to make sure the work is there.
Yeah, mm-hmm. You know, I'm a new artist. So if I were to drop something 3 months ago, or I drop it next week, it ain't gonna make a difference, especially if the rollout don't make sense.
Right. Yeah. Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I just been trying to tighten up a couple loose ends on my half. I had a couple people that was in the mix with me that was down with the move and kind of just like fell off. Like, you know, a couple people, I'm disappointed in, but it was a couple people that, you know what I'm saying, that was a big part on the production of it. You know, when I say production, I don't even mean beats, but help making this, you know, this thing work. And it's just like, niggas just like kind of fell off out the mat and dragging, and it's just like, yo, what's up? So that kind of like hindered me a little bit. However, I'm still on schedule with the plan, with the move. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I said, like, probably shooting another video this weekend, and I'll be dropping the I next week, video and audio. I got a documentary coming.
Okay.
And just the visuals. Like right now, my project got 12 songs, and to be honest, everyone could get a video, but we got a treatment for 9 of them.
Okay, you got a date? You got a date you want to drop it yet, or you still okay?
Nah, because I'm still like the little the loose ends I'm trying to tighten up.
Yeah.
It's just the business part of it. You know what I'm saying? Like with this producer, I got to make sure I lock this in. You know what I mean?
Right. You got to keep that right.
Yeah. But it's to the point where I'm about to get some artwork done.
We definitely getting a project though. It's definitely in the works.
And what's crazy, right? That wasn't even my plan. My plan was to just go single. But this whole COVID shit threw everything off.
Yeah. It killed a lot of shit.
I was supposed to have been the first time niggas heard me again, not the PTSD.
Okay.
PTSD happened because when I came up to New York for a few days, like 6 days, I recorded like 18 joints. That was the first thing I recorded. I was like, you know what? Just a freestyle. I'm not doing no freestyles, but I'm like, let's do this to warm up my vocals to see how I sound. And it just came out like good. Niggas like, nah, let's drop that. You know what I'm saying? So as soon as I came back from New York, we actually shot the video and we dropped it. But that was actually after we shot the video, the COVID shit started. Then we wound up dropping it fresh like the first week or two as the shit was going on.
Into the shit was going on.
Yeah. That wasn't supposed to be the first look, but the music and everything was done. So the plan was to drop that, boom. Then you would have got the Then you would have had
it was lined up
4 or 5 videos by now had shit would have went the way it was supposed to go.
Okay, got you.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so I didn't want to rush into nothing. I know some artists, they took advantage of the quarantine, you know, sitting around freestyling all day on their shit and all that. You know what I mean? Drop a couple songs, whatever. But I'm just like, I'm not into all that shit. Like that shit, it works, and then it's just like, man, look, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I mean, like you said, in a way, you kind of like a new artist, but in the same way, you did a lot of those things before. You passed a lot of those milestones before. Right. So you don't really got to do everything a new artist does because you already seasoned the aspect.
Yeah.
But I get it because it's like you got to stage use it. You know what I'm saying? Right. So it's like a couple challenges that pop up, and niggas would be in my DM, yo, you got to do this challenge, you got to do that challenge. I'm like, all right, fuck it, I do the challenge. Cause who knows? Like I did the Fabulous challenge, and he dropped a comment, he liked it or whatever. Cool. Did he post it? He didn't post it, but all right, cool, recognize it. But so what? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
I did it for the rec.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, all we doing is really promoting another nigga's record.
Yeah, exactly.
Hoping that you post it. You know what I'm saying?
Hoping that it go viral. Yeah.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? You're hoping your shit carry and niggas. Oh, who this? Yo, son, get busy, and then wake up and you got 40,000 new followers. You know what I'm saying? But it don't work like that for everyone. Like, you get what I'm saying? So I do it for the sport, but then it's just like sometimes I'll be like, let me concentrate on the plan. Make sure this project, this demonstration is together and ready.
Right. You gotta have your real project. Those are just like pickup games.
Yo, I seen niggas get posted by big artists, right? For something like a freestyle or whatever. And they get a whole lot of attention real quick. But they ain't have nothing in the channel.
Ain't got no music.
Ain't got no follow-up.
So it's just like now they panic. Let's just put something out. And then put something out and then it don't hit.
Shit is trash.
That can do more damage to you than it can help you.
Yeah, because that's your shot. And then that's it. You might not get another one the same way. So
if 12 million people check into Lexx 9/11 and the only thing I got out is some half-ass shit that wasn't all that, that 12 million probably ain't never gonna check me out again.
Never gonna check it.
Yeah, that's true. That's a fact.
Unless some kind of unique way I come across and niggas, oh shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, but you don't want to miss that audience. You don't want to mess it up. You don't want to fumble that.
Yeah, so it's like you can't really call it. You never know what the mass are like and all that other shit, but it's just like certain things I just be cool on. I'm like, no, I'm straight. You know what I'm saying? Because I know once this project rolls out and my vision that I have for this, once I put it out there, I know it's going to be seen how I need it to be seen. I know it's going to be grass how I know it needs to be grass. So as long as the support is there and motherfuckers ain't on no, the bullshit, you know what I'm saying? You know like how it is where we from, then it's going to do what it do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. I want to ask you this. This is a random ass question, but this is something that somebody brought up on the podcast before. We had a little debate about, and you just made me think of it just now. But if you had an opportunity to have a sit down with Jay-Z, or for him to give you 50 grand,
I'm taking the 50 grand.
I'm taking the 50. That's a fact.
50 grand.
All right, we on the same page.
Yeah, we definitely on the same page.
We're gonna make it work.
At the end of the day, right? At the end of the day, he can drop all the jewels in the world. He's not dropping me a check. We talking about a conversation.
Right.
Yeah.
You can give me all the jewels in the world. You know how many niggas are on this planet right now running around with fucking some of the best ideas in the world, but they don't have the capital.
That's exactly what I was saying, bro.
You get to execute. You know what I'm saying? They don't have the right connects, relationships to execute. So me, I'd rather just deal with a little budget to put a few of the plans I already have together.
Right.
Yeah.
Actually, because I have the capital at my disposal. I have the budget. Yeah, let's do that.
Right. And you got the confidence in yourself to make it work.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I definitely feel like I'm on that same page.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, nigga, you want to learn something, pick up a book.
There's internet out there. There's books.
Yeah, there's everything out there.
The fundamentals is like, it's like basketball. Like you had to get on the layup line and make a layup before you could do a reverse and get busy. Pick up the fundamentals, master the fundamentals, then make it your own. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'll take this 50. You want you want to sit down and talk to him about business? You want to talk to him about motherfucking stocks and trade? Whatever the fuck. Pick up a book, learn it, and then invest.
Exactly.
Take that money.
No matter what he tells you, like you can learn a lot of shit. You can learn a lot in the classroom, but you got to get out in the field and actually, you know, trial and error.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no real cheat sheet. The best cheat sheet is knowing what you want, planning for that motherfucker, and going to get it.
Exactly.
And that's just how I live. That's just me. Like, you know, I would love to sit down and talk to a nigga, but, you know.
At the end of the day, that you gonna put that money to work.
Put that. Nigga, I don't give a fuck. Like, nigga, shit. If I was to spend 50 grand on fucking buying nothing but bottled water, if you find at least 20 people out there to sell each of them shits at the motherfucking red light, nigga, that shit gonna turn into 200,000.
Yep, that's a fact.
You get what I'm saying? Not too many niggas gonna want to do that. I'm not selling no fucking water. All right, but you sell weed, you sell crack. I'm saying 50,000 on bottled waters is gonna give you motherfucking 20,000 bottles of water that you're gonna sell for $1.
Yep.
Probably more than that.
Yeah, you're gonna get more.
Way more than that.
Shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, Get your kids, get your friends, get about 20 of y'all in the neighborhood.
Everybody start eating, flipping them, and then get more water.
Man,
just
you
like
sell
that.
fucking 200,000 waters in a month.
Yep.
That's it. Nigga be like, damn, I can't believe I did that shit. But at the end of the month, you got 200,000. I couldn't believe when I was locked up, I was cooking out of a garbage can. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't believe how humbled down my life became in doing the certain things. Like, now my kids won't believe this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's not saying by any chance you're gonna see me on the corner of Jamaican Avenue selling water. Like,
Nah,
it
ain't like that.
Just an example. I'm not doing it. You know what I'm saying? I'm one of the few that's like, I ain't doing that shit. But I'm just saying, like,
with 50,000, there is something you can do. That you
Definitely.
wouldn't.
Plan. And someone with that determination
Exactly.
can actually make that happen. And that can be somebody else's success story.
Yep. Definitely.
You know?
I just had to ask that, man, because that was like crazy. You know? That was crazy. I think just asked me that. I'm like, man, I'm taking the money, bro.
Yeah.
Just had brought that up.
Yeah, I'm not rich enough to just let 50 go.
Yeah, nah.
No. Nah, give me that. I'll take it.
That's a fact.
Yeah, man. So
what niggas say? What fuck niggas think? Give me that.
Yo, make it work. That's what I'm saying.
So you got the documentary coming out.
Mm-hmm.
You got the project, you got the documentary coming out. Is there, you know, any other stuff you got going on? Like, you doing any movies and all that?
Oh, that's a dope question. I could have sworn you was in a deleted scene from a movie back in the day. That's the Hood Legends right there. I seen the scene. I seen the scene. I had to put that out there.
Yeah. I was in Never Die Alone with DMX and David Arquette. It was fun. You know what I'm saying? Like, how that happened was really us trying to, you know, shoot a record for the soundtrack. You know what I'm saying? And DMX came through. You know, he looked for some bud. You know, we lit out there. You know, we them it guys. You know what I'm saying? We know everything, everybody. Like, so, you know, niggas came to us, hey, what's up? And we just sitting there kicking it. And he just kept looking at me. He's like, yo, come for a part. Mm-hmm. Come for a part, nigga. I'm trying to rap. What's up with this soundtrack, nigga? Can I Mind you, this is back in like 2002 or something. Like, this is like when DMX was like fresh off his third or fourth album. Like, this is still like one of the biggest artists in the world. I'm like, what's up, nigga? I'm trying to rap.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about movies, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I wound up coming down for it, and they liked me so much. Politics kind of like kept me out of the role that I went for, but the role that I went for, X co-signed me to actually get that part. It was a few people that did, but it was the politics that pulled me away from that. But they liked me so much, they wrote me into it.
Okay.
Like, so that scene that you seen, it really didn't make no sense because it didn't come back later in the movie and play no role, no part or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But to answer your original question though, like, we picking up shooting again next week. I'm in this shout out to Strike, shout out to Casso, LP, shooting this series called Aces High.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And it's backed by a few good people. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna speak too much or name drop too much on that, but it's backed by a few good people. And as far as, you know, the director and the camera, and the production team, like these niggas is so dope. Like their vision is so ill. Like I think it's gonna be something that people's really gonna fuck with. You know what I'm saying? So whether it's Netflix or it's in the theaters or whatever like that, I think it's gonna be something that people going they're gonna sit down and watch. That is definitely one of my plans. I actually have a movie written also.
Okay.
It's kind of like loosely based on the whole no rap money shit. Like before we went in, like it's fabricated stories of real shit that has happened. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta fabricate shit because you see niggas is getting or anything.
Based on true events. It's just other stuff, but based on things. Right. It's not a true event, but it's based on.
For sure.
Did it happen?
Yeah, like
you know what I'm saying? Like
it's a movie. It's a movie. It's not.
Yeah, it's a movie.
The meat of it, like it's a movie. Like you don't fucking ask what's his name? Fucking Tom Hanks, was he really stranded on the island for real? Like,
right.
Like nigga, starve yourself? Like you can really eat? Like nigga, like so
facts though.
But the meat of it, like you're gonna feel the vibe of it. Like when I wrote it and I passed it around, a couple niggas like Virginia read it, my nigga from Florida read it, nigga from Detroit, like everybody read it and was like, yo, nigga, you just had me in Queens just now, and I ain't never been there.
Mm-hmm. That's what we need. We need something like that.
We need that,
especially right now. We ain't got shit right now to watch.
Right.
So,
and what's crazy is before we left, before the feds indicted us and we got booked or whatever, it was an idea that I was throwing to Ox and I was throwing to Shati. You know what I'm saying? Ox felt his way about it. He felt like it would be done when he felt like it was best to be done. And, Shati, he just was like, all right, well, let's do this because I think this is going to be too difficult. But this is something that I was kept pushing that I was like, nigga, we need to do this. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, let's give niggas a Queen's version of Killer Season. Nigga, like, what's up?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Let's get it.
That's going to be hard.
As soon as I get locked up, you get, what's the series joints that took off?
Money and Violence.
Money and Violence, shit like that. Shout out to them. You know what I'm saying? Wifey had me watch that. Like I like that shit. And I think it was another one. Like I'm hitting niggas. I'm in the fed like this niggas on the email.
Like look at this shit. Look at this shit. Look at this shit.
Look at this. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like a lot of the ideas that I come up on is like ahead of the curve. But the difference between niggas that's known for doing things and it's like the niggas that act on it.
Right.
Yeah, we know all about that.
Huh?
Now I'm saying me and him know all about that. You know what I mean?
Because you be sitting there thinking about something for the longest, you don't act on it, then the next nigga act on it, then he's so big and he's known for it now.
Yeah.
And you like,
so
what
sometimes
the fuck?
you just gotta pick up and go. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why the fuck not?
Exactly.
But I got something nice. And the same people that shooting the Aces High series that I'm a part of, I brought it to his attention. Casso, he's originally from Queens too. And he's like, yo, bro, let me get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I ain't feel like moving his phone and all that, I'll pick up the pad. It's right here. It's right across there. I can show you the shit.
So it's ready.
Ready. Like, my nigga, like, I can actually flip you the pages to let you see the different titles, the about 75 characters, who I will want for this, that, and the third, people who I have written in for it in actual screenplay and script. Like, it's ready.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up.
Man, so you working? You thinking about another career in the future here?
Absolutely. Like, at the end of the day, I'm a creator. I'm a creative thinker. You know what I'm saying? So that's not limited to just music. That's just happened to be what attracted my mind at the moment when I was young, and I grew with it. You get what I'm saying? But when I was young, and I like even still now, like I can draw. You know what I'm saying? Growing up when I was in school, I wanted to be an architect. You get what I'm saying? Like I'm just always sitting here just thinking of some shit. Like my kids be looking at me, my wife be looking at me and shit like that. And sometimes I just creatively be thinking of some shit. Like the regular just ain't enough for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I got older. I can still dunk, but I don't want to do the regular dunks no more because I can't windmill. Like, it's just like, it ain't creative enough. I feel like it's not a challenge unless if I'm not challenging myself creatively. You know what I'm saying? I read tons of books when I was away to feed me and to get those wheels turning. That was the reason. A lot of the literature that I read, I didn't really give a fuck about. But it was a mental exercise for me because I always was like, look, since I was fucking 3rd grade, I was reading way ahead of my class. I can read, you know what I'm saying? But if I can sit here and read somebody else's creation, I can sit here and create myself. So if it's not feeding me in a way that I need to be fed, then I'm not going to pick it up. I'm not going to entertain it. I love video games. I grew up on video games. But since I've been home, I refuse to get into it because it's easy to get like this.
Get distracted and all that. Yeah.
And then I'm sitting here for 4, 5, 6 hours playing video games, so I could have been 4, 5, 6 hours recording or writing something that's going to get me.
Mastering the video game. Then
absolutely.
At the end of the day, you're like, I'm the best at this video game. 6 months later, that don't even matter. There's a new game out.
New shit out.
Look, nobody has defeated Father Time. I'm going to have a whole lot of time once I'm older and I can't do the things that I can do right now, can't get away with the things I get away with now. I sit up in motherfucking 60 years old playing some 2K30, nigga. You know what I mean? We ain't here live, nigga. 2K35, nigga, I'm in here.
That's a fact, though. That's a fact.
You know what I mean? But, you know, yeah, but that's I've been on my fake model shit. You know what I'm saying? But all that should have come. Like, I did that before I left. Like, I'm just like, whatever's fun. I'm you know what I'm saying? Like, if something, an opportunity come across with the model shit, something come across with the movie shit, I'm there. I'm all the way in it. But something that's written into my plans is the script. And I'm also into, you know, directing and making treatments. Right. Like my video, I actually directed my own video. Shout out to Pooh, BH Studios. You know what I'm saying? He don't give me my motherfucking credit, but it's just like I'm sitting down with my visual guys and giving them my vision.
Yeah.
And I'm real, like, I'm giving it to them so in depth. It's like, nah, I don't just want this to look like a robbery. I want this part of this scene. I want the camera, this angle. I want to be seen like this because I feel like it represents this. I feel like it's going to give this kind of vibe. No, I don't want a high angle. The high angle looking down on me makes me look small, so it kind of takes away from my character. Let's put it here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm getting real, I guess, real intricate with it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm in this bitch with him. So I'm like, this is my vision. This is my direction. So, you know, me and Pooh's coming together. Like, a lot of people, they want their videos shot and all that. They reach out every time we drop something. Niggas want to do something. Like, all right, cool. This is what we doing. We're gonna sit down. We're gonna build these treatments together, and we're gonna start producing and giving niggas that look. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, don't be shocked if you see you know, one of your favorite artists from around the way pop up with a video and be like, directed by Lexx 9/11 or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It is what it is.
I'm a visual person. You know what I'm saying? Like the homies is hitting me, you know what I'm saying? Like, shout out to Don. Like, bro, who your photographer when I first came home? I want some, you know, my fake model shit because I'm posting my camera up and getting nice angles and all that. Like, it's just because I had a vision for it. I ain't just out there just like freelancers. Like, I see it a certain kind of way and I get up and I do it.
Yeah.
Right.
You know?
That's what's up, though. I'm waiting to see. Got a lot of stuff in the pipeline. I can't wait. We can't wait.
I can't wait either.
I didn't even know I got this.
Shit,
everybody gonna know.
Right. It's working, man. You know, just sticking to the mission. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's easy to get discouraged out here. You know, everything that's going on and everything that has been going on and all the shit that, you know, I personally been through in my life. But it's just like, man, fuck that. I ain't gonna sit here when I like I said, old and just wishing that your masters did this. Like, nah, like, gone. Like, niggas can sit here. Yeah, I missed 7 years, but I ain't worried about that shit. Niggas too. Like, man, look,
man,
I spent 7 years worrying about them 7 years to be out now worrying about them 7 years.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah, I mean, you came out like you ain't miss a step. Like,
good luck.
Yeah, man. I didn't know what to expect when I first tuned into the video. I'm like, well, let's see. You know, sometimes people they ain't where it's at no more. Like that's real time. But I was like, he
came out smoking. He came out smoking.
He came out smoking. Like, so I was like, all right, cool. That's what it is.
And you know, one of the hardest things, right, about that, and the reason why it happens, you see it happen. Like you see a nigga like Sean come home and it just wasn't what it was.
Just
everybody expected it to be.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm not saying him. It's just that at the end of the day, shit, I couldn't wait to Sean get home. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
But one of the most difficult parts for me, I won't say it was difficult, but it definitely sat on my mind was, all right, look, Lex, you've been away for 6-7 years. Technically, you're a new artist. My whole YouTube channel got erased. I can come home and do whatever the fuck I want to do. If I want to color my braids and act wild and act like I'm 19 again because I can make that kind of music and act crazy and get stupid and get a check, I could. Because it's like, technically, I'm a new artist. But it's like, do I feed into what's going on? Or do I stick to, you know, stay true to what I know and who I am? And just not so much compromise, but compliment what's going on now and allow it to compliment me. And I feel like that's what I captured with the PTSD, being though there was a, you know, a Pop Smoke beat. And it was like, instead of jumping out there and doing a freestyle to Welcome to the Party or fucking one of them other joints he had that was like more out there, I came across a beat that, I came across one of his joints, like he's one of the hottest artists. I came across something that everybody wasn't really checking for that complimented my sound as is.
Right.
So I complimented it back with my delivery and wordplay and just the energy that I gave the record. And I think that's why everybody, as the first time hearing me back, they took it the way they took it. It was, oh yeah, this nigga back.
Yeah.
So now, when you hear this new music that I have on this next project, right? I have a couple different titles. I think I'm gonna go with the original title that I titled it a few years ago, but I'm just not gonna drop it yet because you just never know. I might wake up tomorrow and be like, man, fuck that. This is gonna be called this. But on the project that I have now, the music that I chose was because this is what I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not worrying about, all right, but it ain't so much the drill, or it's not so much I don't care for that. I'm doing this for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't owe nobody nothing.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I owe me because this is something that I dedicated my life to for so many years and got what I got out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, this ain't for nobody. This is for me. And I think as long as
project.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, the sound of it, when you hear the I, it's like, it gives you that New York feel that everybody has been missing.
Right, that's a fact.
You know
when I seen the clip of the performance, and then I was just like, oh yeah, that's it right there.
You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, the younger cats, they probably not in tune with it because it's like they don't know enough of it to miss it. But when that shit hard, they gonna respect it.
Yep, gotcha.
It don't matter. Because it's like when I was younger. You know what I'm saying? And oh yeah, nah, that shit hard. Like, that's it.
Yep.
And then when you hear me flip it on something else that complements what's going on now, it's just like, man, that nigga's an artist. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. But I chose, like I said, originally I was going just single. But as I got recording, like I said, I was in New York for about 6 days. I did 18 records. The records are so well meshed together, like it had to be project.
Right.
Because this song is gonna make this like baggies to the dump. Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying?
It didn't feel like just a bunch of singles.
Homie compliments I. You know what I'm saying? I compliments motherfucking in a long way. Like, it's just like
it got to be heard together.
When the next joint come on, like, it's just like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like,
it should just flow,
like,
just go.
Like, even a record that I did the trailer for that probably see him on page when I was like, you know, Sammy was family. He told on Gotti, yeah, I like Tekashi. He told on Shotty. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas was hitting me like, yo, that shit gave us that old 50 feel, but that shit was just like, that shit hard as fuck. So it don't matter what it sound like. It's hard, and it might not be today's, New York drill sound or what, but it's just so fucking hard and relevant. It's just
you gotta rock to it. Yeah.
And then all it takes is for a nigga's favorite artist to get on a record, and now it automatically sounds like everything else.
Whatever it is. Now, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Now that's what it is.
I got a record called Busted Bag. It's a nice little joint. You throw a little baby on it, that shit is just everybody's favorite record now.
Yep. That's how it worked. They bring that sound, and then that's the record.
Yeah, just sometimes you just gotta like know how to compliment. Can't take all the credit. Do something else, and it's like the yin and yang. You know what I'm saying? Like kind of like, you feel what I'm saying? Like do something to compliment, and for every action there's a reaction, and that's the same thing with energy. You know what I mean? Same thing with production. Like we produce things to put out to get a reaction, to produce something back towards us.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So that's kind of like when it comes to when I choose to do the sounds that I choose to do, because I know, look, it's a market for it. You know what I'm saying? You got niggas like Griselda, shout out to them niggas. You know what I'm saying? For opening the door.
That's a great example right there, because they're not doing what's considered the mainstream norm, but they're killing right now.
And what it does, it compliments. It opens the door, but it compliments niggas like me who can do that all the way. Niggas done hit me and was like, yo, y'all niggas Queens movement was Griselda before Griselda, whoa. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, as long as there's a lane right there for that, and then you have this going on, there's something in the middle for you to do.
Yeah, that's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I can get on a record with any one of those, the homies over there, and hold my own and still beat Lexx 9/11 on the track. And I can still go over here and go do something with motherfucking Offset or something like that, like Quavo, and still beat Lexx 9/11.
Yeah,
like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not in a pocket. I'm not in nobody's pocket. Like, you know what I'm saying? I do the music that I choose to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas be like, yo, tell more stories or something like that. Like, if I wanted to, I would. I don't want to. Yo, make more girl records. Yeah, when I feel like it, cool. You know what I'm saying? Something like, I don't know. Niggas be different. Like, all right, of course, if you want to sell, you got to put something in the market that's going to sell, that people's going, you know what I mean? Like,
got to appeal to certain people for certain money.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So you got some niggas that go in the studio and all they do is try to record something that they think people want to hear. And sometimes they get lost and they be reaching. Like, I got some artist friends that I be sitting back watching them on the gram like this. Niggas be lost. One day they doing this, then the next day doing that. I'm be like, what the fuck?
You're not even you anymore. Who are you?
Yeah, it's like
somebody else.
You're confusing your people because they don't even know what to believe no more. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's a fact. That's a fact, though. And
it's like, the most I've heard about myself kind of like that, because niggas will sit back and talk about me too. They, oh, you're a family man. Nigga, I've had a son since I was 19. I've always been a family man. So by the time you heard of my name in Queens and hear about the shit I was doing out there, I was going home to my family, my son, nigga.
Yeah.
So don't let that misconstrue anything and think like this, it can't be this because he's that. Like, it's not gonna. You know what I'm saying? I'm just a nigga with more responsibilities that have been handling his responsibility.
Right.
You go on MySpace and look at some old pictures. My first video on 140, we out there shooting Dope Man video. You see my son, he was like 1.5 years old, 2 years old, with a Dickie shirt on. He out there with us.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So, but, niggas lifestyle, people buy into your lifestyle. They paying attention. So you can't be over here like, I'm saying be true to yourself. Nigga, if you got a job, that's what you do. You know what I'm saying? Right. Just know how to drive your brand. So if you all the way left field, getting lost doing something else, and then you pop out like this, niggas is like, oh, all right. Like,
now we lost, we confused.
So you like one of the top things about your brand is to protect your brand. You know what I'm saying? That's not that's not saying being fake. That's not saying be too real. It's just protect it. You know what I'm saying? Just like you would protect anything. Like you got your kids in the car, you ain't gonna drive 1,000 miles per hour and dip in. Nah.
Yeah, you're not gonna do all that. So
nah, you gotta protect your well-being, your health. You do it by the nigga like do what you gotta do. That's it. You know what I'm saying? But that was like one of the main things coming home is like, am I gonna jump into this new sound? Because don't get me wrong, I got some drill shit. I got some other shit too. Like, but it's just like, do you jump into that and recreate yourself, or you just stay true to what you always believed in and just like adapt?
Yeah, there's a difference between becoming that and being able to play in that playground. There's a difference. If you rap for real, like you're an artist, you should be able to get on anything and still do and be you. But you don't become that. You don't say, this is what I do, this is me, but now I'm a drill artist. Next week, this is what I do. I'm this type of artist. Like
that's flip-floppy. You can't be doing all that.
If you can't sing, if you don't sound good on auto-tune, leave it alone.
That's a fact.
These niggas out here thinking they Roddy Rich. Like, I'm like, no, like.
It's not you.
Niggas be wildin'. Niggas definitely be wildin' with that.
I sing. I be in this motherfucker all day singing. You won't hear it. What's I can't do?
It was like, I ain't doing that. That ain't going nowhere.
I mean, have fun. Do what you want to do, bro. Do what you want. This is just my opinion. Do what you do. You know, I just have a way of how I go about things. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't saying it's it's the cheat code. It's not the best way. It's not the right way. It's the way to win. But you know,
you gotta live with yourself. So as long as it's the way that you feel comfortable, you good.
That's all that matters. That's really all that matters.
Yeah, if you looking at something that you did and you like, why did I do that shit? Then you know it's something went wrong. Then you need to come back.
I know like if 100 people sit in a house, it's raining, and they got a Lexx 9/11 project, and they all listen to that Lexx 9/11 project, and then it stops raining, and then they all go out and show up at the same place, and I'm there. They're gonna be able to identify me with that music.
That's a dope thought right there.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I make a lot of commercial music to the point the labels thought all I can make is 80s baby type records and shit like that. So I got tired of making those type of records because, look,
it puts you in a box.
Not even so much that. It's just like, my nigga, when I go to the club, like we be more on goon time. I don't have the biggest bag in the world. I'm not in there popping 1,000 bottles.
That's not me.
We all hoodied up and we chilling. We looking like we about this, we about to book this shit. You get what I'm saying? So it's just like people hear this, they think they're gonna come in and see you standing on couches at wild. Nah, niggas in here like on goons time kind of.
Right. So it's not matching up.
It's not matching up. So it's just like, let me make the music I'm comfortable with. So that's why people, they question like the aggressive. I'm laid back, I'm cool, and I'm quiet. But everybody knows Lexx. Everybody knows his temper. Everybody knows me and how I am and how I give it up. So it's just like, you know, let me just be me. I have a fun side. I stand on couches and pop out. I'm just talking about at one point in stage of my career. This is how I looked at it. I was just like, I'm not in the club spending thousands and thousands of dollars and all that. No, we might get a bottle. We might do that. And some nights I might not even do it. Like, there was a time where the money wasn't all the way there. Like, but then I go to the club and then, you know, niggas hear all this crazy shit in the music and then it's just like, nah. Let me stick to some shit that, you know, like you hear my music now. You hear me about Jury, yeah, cool. You hear me, you know, it's a new song, Baggage to the Devil. When I said something plenty office till they heard me about, they told me to hold my horses till I whip some Porsche, some shit like that. Nigga, I drive a Porsche.
Facts.
You get what I'm saying? So it's just like, we all as rappers say shit, oh, Lambo this, Lambo that. Yeah, I could bring it out. Niggas see me do it before. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's easy to stick to the script and, you know, and then sell it.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You got some artists out here that just be straight line. And they just
be
like,
you got a lot of
you be like, what the fuck? Like, no, like, you're not gonna get that with me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
this is an everyday thing for you. This is you. What it is.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I seen a lot of a lot of things in artists and people that I know, and I'll be like, oh, man, that's crazy because they ain't never seen that around before.
yeah, I would meet niggas for the first time and be like, what? I've met artists, and it's crazy because no names or nothing, but I've been around like big label people and big artists and come in the room with them, and it's like this artist might have a certain level of success and money or whatever, and that label person tell me when they see me walk in the room how, you know, that energy and my aura kind of like, despite the financial and success difference. Niggas that we used to listen to on music and seeing the videos, and you just be thinking these niggas is like, and then you get around them, you be like,
and they ain't even that.
They ain't nowhere near that.
It's like action, and then they there, and then it's cut, and they just like.
And I had an artist, right, a legend, no names. And I'm not saying he's saying it because this is what he does, but he knows the game because he's official. And he's one of the most intelligent people I've ever met in the industry. And one day I was shooting a video and he was around. And when the cameraman was like, you know, cut, let me fix this right quick. He was on his shit. You know, I'm all like this when we doing the video. And then as soon as he said that, I kind of like, whew, like now I'm just like, he's like, nigga, stay in character. And I'm not saying stay in character as this character not being you, but you got different levels of who you are. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas normally be a laid back person, but this laid back person is not who I put in my music, in my brand.
Right.
Yeah.
So continue to be that brand person that you are. Like, you know what I mean? Nigga, like, get up. I'm like, all right, yeah, you know. You know what I'm saying? That's like if your six pack ain't really there, but you holding it for the video, and then as soon as they say cut, you let it go out, and then just shit like this. But then you got other people who still got, you know, their cameras out and they take pictures, and you wondering why you popping up on fucking TMZ with the gut out. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, keep that bitch sucked in, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nah, but it's a business though, bro. Like, half of the shit you wear ain't what you think it is. Half the shit you eat ain't what you think it is. So what the fuck makes you think half of the shit you listen to is what it really is?
Yeah, a lot of stuff is crazy. And I know you being behind the scenes with that, and especially going into these screenplays, and you're going to be doing going to be a lot of that going on, because there's a lot of things that just ain't what it seems. But, you know, trade secrets, they call it.
Right.
The trade secrets.
It is what it is, you know.
Yeah.
Who knows? I might get a big ass industry check that changed my life. Now all of a sudden, when you see me, I got the little shades on. I'm sitting like, I'm sitting there like, nigga, I done been through enough to switch up now, nigga. You crazy? Like, fuck that, nigga.
Nah, for sure,
yeah, man.
But it's, you know, it is what it is, man. Live life. That's it, boy.
Yeah, man. Keep it real with your real ones.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's what it is.
Right.
Man, I appreciate it, man. Like,
definitely.
We went on. You gave us the extended time. You ain't shy away from no questions. I respect it. I respect that.
You ain't really asked me nothing to shy away from, and I'm happy because niggas be doing
I need you to drop a 16 now.
I got a head trick, and niggas be like, asking me about a question that I really don't want to answer. Like, come on, bro, you know we gotta keep quiet about certain shit.
We ain't gonna do all that. You know what I mean? So, but you already know, man. Whenever you want to come back on, just hit us anytime, bro.
That's what's up.
You know what I mean?
Right. We're gonna heat up a little bit, and we're gonna come back. We're gonna do
Yo, and I gotta pop out, man. I don't be popping out like I should, man. I'm gonna come fuck with you and pop out, man.
Yeah, nigga, like what the fuck you be doing, nigga? Like you in there making hats and shirts. Nigga, like, what's up,
I got you, bro. I'm gonna get you some shit.
We definitely got a bill because along with this project and all that, I got the merch line and all that shit that's gonna come too. So it should just take a whole lot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My peers, they might not get it or they get it and they act like they don't get it. But my peers that have been home for the last 6 or 7 years, they have built up to get to where they at.
Mm-hmm.
I've been away. And technically, I've been free since November. You know what I'm saying? So December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. So you say 9 months, really.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody expects everything to just be like there, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Nah, like it's gonna take time. So being that it's only been 9 months, like give me a second. You know what I'm saying? Right. It's coming. It's not that niggas don't know the way. It's just that you gotta have a way.
Yeah.
Right.
So niggas just working and getting this shit together and getting ready to roll this shit out. Just hope people fuck with it like I think they will and I think they should. You know what I'm saying? Free Ox today, free Ox, free Juan, free Cali, free all the guys.
For sure.
Shout out to fucking Queens all day. Queens get the money.
You already know.
Sir. Yes, sir.
We man, whatever you gotta promote, push, anything, we behind it, man.
We here.
We've been, I mean, damn, man, way back. I remember you coming through the studio when I had to join in the basement in Hollis and all that, bro. So it wouldn't be real for me not to support, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's some bullshit. So I'm here, man. We're going to build, like you said. We're going to keep it moving. And we're going to be doing this on another platform. After a couple 100,000 sold, we're going to have a couple million views. We'll be on another platform. We'll do this again. And we'll be talking about this.
Yeah, we're going to lift each other up. Next time we come to the table, we both come to the table like lit, like, what's up?
That's how it's supposed to be, man. That's how it's supposed to be, man. It's all love.
Hell yeah. This shit fun. This shit, it's a part of it all. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit fun. Like, let's do it whenever, nigga. Even if we just pop in and we watching the game, we can have an NBA Finals edition. Like, only if the Lakers.
Speaking of that, I was about to ask you. I was just about to go there.
We on the same page. We're all on the same page.
I'm tired of hearing about these people talking about the Lakers ain't there, LeBron not there, when AD just smashed everybody last night. Like,
nigga asked me what I felt about it. I told him what I think, 2 different things can happen. Of course, Lakers, and then, of course, opposite Lakers. But I was like, man, the Blazers winning that game just lost them the series.
That's a fact.
That's what I said. Come on, these niggas, like, first of all, Braun had 15 assists, and everybody was 0 for 9.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, all right. Y'all just knocked us up aside, their head. Now niggas gonna get that playoff Braun.
Yep.
We in that locker room now. What the fuck is wrong with you little niggas?
They gonna remind them who they AFC.
Bring your knife. Bring your knife to work tomorrow. You show up to the gym without your knife tomorrow, nigga. Niggas came with their knife out that
They came.
And I made a post I think yesterday, like on my NBA app. You know how you can get the alerts for certain teams and shit like that.
Yeah.
Other than the Lakers, Portland was one of the other teams. It was Portland and Brooklyn. Like, these are the teams that I want to hear about every night. Like, I love Melo. I love Damian Lillard. I want to hear everything that these niggas got going on. What nigga had 90 tonight? Yeah, hell yeah. That's what's up. But now when you're playing Braun, I don't want you to do nothing.
That's it. It's quiet for you now.
I want let LeBron get his shit. You know what I'm saying? Let him get 2 more rings at least, and then retire, and then y'all take over.
Yeah, you got
exactly.
That's what I want.
I'm there for, man. The Lakers was my squad. I wasn't the biggest LeBron fan. I ain't even gonna sit here and act like I was a LeBron fan all the time like that. I was just like, he's good, but the Lakers is my squad. When he got to the Lakers, I'm like, yo,
that's the same with me though.
I gotta see it.
That's the same with me though. I was a Lakers man. So once he got to the Lakers, it was like, all right, I gotta get behind him. I gotta, you know what I mean? It is what it is.
I give it up to him, and he's killing.
That nigga go to fucking Phoenix Suns next year. Nigga, I'm rooting for the Suns. I don't give a fuck what niggas say. I don't give a fuck. So what? I'm a LeBron fan. I'm a basketball fan.
Ain't nothing wrong with that though. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Right.
Big old bandwagon. No, oh well. Yeah, if I was a Knicks fan, I'd be stressed out and fucking
ready to walk off a bridge.
I'm trying to be like, I'm forcing myself, but they just like, look.
They sorry.
Just move. Go somewhere else.
I think it's their name, man. I think they need to change the name. We got bad luck.
We just gonna rock with the Nets right now. That's all. We just
I like Brooklyn. I can't wait. I hope they come back healthy next year, and I hope the game comes back next year. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's a fact. Because this is different, bro. Like they playing. There's no audience. Like I can't even imagine how they feel on the court. It's not. It can't feel the same. Right. It can't feel the same.
Yo, even if you limit it, like, don't use every row. Even if you got to
space it out.
And skip
2 rows.
Nice. Yo, 15,000 people in the stadium is better than none. Mm-hmm. If we can't get fucking 45,000, put 15,000. Who cares?
Yeah.
Right. Instead of having just Lil Wayne in the back like this.
However, like, I don't want to, act like we're not in the pandemic. And the most important thing is, other than our entertainment, is their health and, the fans and people come in. So I'm not saying it like that. I'm just saying from a fan that just wants to see basketball at its best, like, and not give a fuck about nothing else. But, the reality is I do understand that. And I'm not saying, okay, cool, just, fuck that. Let's act like there ain't nothing going on. Do what you got to do. I just hope that in the near future, we can get back to, the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This pandemic shit fucking up a lot of shit. That's a whole nother story. We're gonna have you back on too, because we be having some questions sometimes.
Some questions. And then
you got a lot of insight. You got a lot of insight. Get it out. But shout out everything that you got going on. Shout out your social media and all that right now.
Yeah. Lexx 911 on everything. That's at Lexx 911 LEXX number 9 word the 11. So LEXX the number 9 ELEVEN. That's on everything. That's on Twitter. That's on fucking MySpace. I don't know. Instagram. You know what I'm saying? I got this project coming out, documentary coming out, dropping a new video. Look out for that for I. That's gonna be the new single that's about to drop. Mm-hmm. Just look out for me, support, shout me out, talk to me, I'll talk back. Feel me? Free the guys. Stay solid. Stay out the fucking way. If you feel like you can't handle the pressure, stay out the way of the pressure. That's it. Live your life.
That's it right there. That's
yeah. Shout out to y'all, man. Thanks for having me, man. Queens, nigga.
Yeah, you already know. You already know.
Yeah, and it's still 140. It's still ATM and all that. Get me?
All right, y'all. Everybody, thanks for listening. Y'all know, go shop the merch, toppriorityclothing.com. When y'all see this video, and I know y'all gonna see it because this shit gonna blast off, and subscribe. We getting a lot of people watching, but we ain't getting the subscribes. So hit that subscribe button, hit the comments, hit the like, tell us what's going on, what you feeling, what you not feeling, and we here. You know what I mean? Hit us up. Lexx 911. Appreciate you, big bro.
Ready.